We should not give up, and we should not allow the problem to defeat us. Let us sacrifice our today so that our children can have a better tomorrow. You have to dream before your dreams can come true. Excellence is a continuous process and not an accident. Science is a beautiful gift to humanity. We should not distort it. No religion has mandated killing others as a requirement for its sustenance or promotion. You see, God helps only people who work hard. That principle is very clear. Do we not realize that self-respect comes with self-reliance? Poetry comes from the highest happiness or the deepest sorrow. Unless India stands up to the world, no one will respect us. In this world, fear has no place. Only strength respects strength. Ultimately, education in its real sense is the pursuit of truth. It is an endless journey through knowledge and enlightenment. Great teachers emanate out of knowledge, passion and compassion. Be more dedicated to making solid achievements than in running after swift but synthetic happiness. Regarding marriage, somehow, it didn't happen. One fellow in such a big family not getting married is not an issue. All wars signify the failure of conflict resolution mechanisms, and they need post-war rebuilding of faith, trust and confidence. We must get rid of fossil fuels by developing injection systems for automobiles, which can run on biofuel. Economy forced me to become a vegetarian, but I finally started liking it. Widespread use of antibiotics promotes the spread of antibiotic resistance. Smart use of antibiotics is the key to controlling its spread. Man needs his difficulties because they are necessary to enjoy success. To succeed in your mission, you must have single-minded devotion to your goal. If 4 things are followed, having a great aim, acquiring knowledge, hard work, and perseverance, then anything can be achieved. To become unique, the challenge is to fight the hardest battle which anyone can imagine until you reach your destination. Climbing to the top demands strength, whether it is to the top of Mount Everest or to the top of your career. Life is a difficult game. You can win it only by retaining your birthright to be a person. Life is a difficult game. You can win it only by retaining your birthright to be a person. The youth need to be enabled to become job generators from job seekers. Great dreams of great dreamers are always transcended. Creativity is the key to success in the future, and primary education is where teachers can bring creativity in children at that level. Those who cannot work with their hearts achieve but a hollow, half-hearted success that breeds bitterness all around. As a child of God, I am greater than anything that can happen to me. In India we only read about death, sickness, terrorism, crime. I was a disadvantaged child from a non-educated family, yet I had the advantage of being in the company of great teachers. One of the very important characteristics of a student is to question. Let the students ask questions. I firmly believe that unless one has tasted the bitter pill of failure, one cannot aspire enough for success. Developing nations want to become developed nations. Rameswaram has, since antiquity, been an important pilgrimage destination. My 2020 vision for India is to transform it into a developed nation. That cannot be abstract, it is a lifeline. India has to be transformed into a developed nation, a prosperous nation and a healthy nation, with a values system. India's trade deficit is because of excessive import over exports. My hair grows and grows, you cannot stop it. That fellow grows, it grows wild. The government, whether state or central, is elected. That means we have a responsibility to elect the right kind of leaders. India should walk on her own shadow. We must have our own development model. When a nation is surrounded by weaponized nations, she has to equip herself. The Bay of Bengal is hit frequently by cyclones. The months of November and May, in particular, are dangerous in this regard. Wherever I go, as long as I get a hot vegetable dish, I am okay. If I am in Gujarat, I have Gujarati food. If it's Shillong, it's northeastern. The president's post should not be politicized. Once a president is elected, he is above politics. India can live without nuclear weapons. That's our dream, and it should be the dream of the US also. My view is that at a younger age your optimism is more and you have more imagination, etc. You have less bias. What is politics? Political system is equal to development politics plus political politics. For me, there are two types of people, the young and the experienced. Nations consist of people, and with their effort, a nation can accomplish all it could ever want. Building capacity dissolves differences. It irons out inequalities. There are a number of women who have brought about immense change in society. We must think and act like a nation of 1 billion people and not like that of 1 million people. Dream, dream, dream. Medical costs are of concern, both in developing and developed countries. While children are struggling to be unique, the world around them is trying all means to make them look like everybody else. How accurately can the law fix the crime? There has to be a mechanism for very fast action. The law is like this: catch them and punish them. All the scientists and technologists should work in appropriate region, specifically the rural technologies, to transform Indian rural sector. I was in high school when Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru unfurled India's flag in New Delhi. We should remember that there are nations which meet more than 30 to 60% of their power requirements through the nuclear power system. Every nation has to follow a certain policy: commercial, trade, various other types of policies. There is not enough funding for basic sciences in India. We have to invest in a big way, and I am pushing that idea. The wealth of information now available at the click of a finger amazes me. New markets could be created by rural potentials, which could lead to rise in the employment.